Hello, everyone, and welcome to another poetry mini lesson. This one is on the acrostic poem, which is one of the most popular poems that we're familiar with probably. Now, I'm just going to share my screen here and see how this goes. Here is the acrostic. All right, now, so an acrostic poem uses the letters in a topic word to begin each line. So you have to come up with some kind of topic word, and it's best to have a single one, perhaps two words, and each of the individual letters in that word or words begin some kind of description of whatever it is that you're talking about, whatever the subject is. So all the lines of the poem, should relate to or describe that first topic word in the poem. So I'm just going to rephrase that there. It should describe the topic word. All right, so that is an acrostic. So here's an example of an acrostic poem. This is a very simple, basic acrostic poem. And of course, the acrostic word is sun. Sun. Sun shines brightly up in the sky, nice and warm on my face. So there's an example of an acrostic poem. Oh man, this is so much more challenging filming videos than I ever imagined it would be. But if we look over here, let me just give you an example of another one really quick. If I can try and navigate past all of the nonsense that's on the screen right now. Okay, so is that going to work for us? There we go. All right. So here's an example of an acrostic poem. This one is on pets. Pets are kind of like people. Each one so unique and special. They are fluffy friends and cute companions. Some are even part of our families. So that's a really interesting acrostic poem. And there are also some interesting poetic devices that are used in this. We'll be talking about poetic devices in our live mini lessons later on next week on May 25th, Monday, and Tuesday, May 26th. We'll be doing those poetry live lessons at 10 o'clock in the morning. So if you look over here, one of the devices that makes this interesting and memorable is the use of something called alliteration. Alliteration is when you have like a letter that is repeated in a phrase. Usually it's at the very beginning. So at the first line, pets are kind of like people. You've got lots of p happening. And that's one of the things that are characteristic of poetry. Even if it doesn't rhyme, it doesn't have to. There's some kind of rhythm, some kind of pattern, some kind of structure and cadence that gives it interest and originality. So if we look over here at the third line, they are fluffy friends. See the two F's there? And cute companions. Fluffy friends, cute companions. Some are even part of our families. And you see how it moves from just pets just are being kind of like people at the beginning, and at the end they're even part of our families, some of them. So there's like a progression here from just being kind of like people to being not just like any people, but being like our families. So a really interesting way to have a look at poem by looking at poetry, by examining it to try and make it interesting by using poetic devices like alliteration. We'll be talking about personification in one of our live lessons, similes and metaphors. That'll be a really fun one. So you won't want to miss those, because if you participate in them, that'll be great. And we'll be able to post all of this up on YouTube. You will be able to find this exact slide on our Mayock 4's class notebook under Content Library under Poetry. Thanks very much, everyone. And we hope to see you very soon for our live lesson on Monday and Tuesday at 10 a.m. Thanks very much. Bye.